Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Gundo with Appliance Factory. Today we're going to be discussing the importance of stress releases. As you can see here, there are many different types of connections for electrical. The importance of these is to maintain the safety of this product that we're going to be attaching power to. The last thing we want to have happen here is someone to get electrocuted with whatever power is being ran through it. So we're going to come down here and we're going to use two different connections. We're going to wire them up. We got a 3-wire as well as we have a 4-wire. The difference with these two is this one, as long as the center one goes to your center connection, you got your 2 hot leads, which goes to the outer, and your neutral that runs here. This is our ground screw. This one will not take play for us on this part, since this part will be connected here. This is playing as our ground. This situation of a 4-wire, we are going to connect the white to the center, the red to the left, the black to the right, and then the green is the ground. We're going to connect this back to the green screw and move this white wire to line up with this white wire. Today we're going to go ahead and show you this connection so that way you can see how this is wired correctly. We want to get our electrical wiring ran through, and then we're going to wire it up. So at this part, what we're going to do also, we should have done on the first one, which I did, is you want to start backwards. And you'll hear it click a couple times showing that it's lined up. Then you can put it back in to make sure that the threading does not get stripped out. That's the last thing you want to happen, or else you're going to have to replace it. Again, start out backwards. And make sure that it's all still tight and connected, and make sure that none of these pieces are touching. That's why these pieces have the dividers, to make sure that there's no contact. Then, now the important part is the stress release. The reason why this piece is so important is it's going to hold this piece in place, so that way when the appliance gets moved, the power cord gets tugged. As you can tell, this is all able to move. This is plastic. If this gets pulled on hard enough, this terminal block, which is where all the power is ran through, will get yanked off of this. If that happens, it can make contact with this, which can cause a short, it could cause a fire, or it can make the whole appliance electrically charged and electrocute somebody. And with something like this, providing that it's 220 volts of electricity and about 30 amps of power, that could be enough to potentially be fatal for somebody that's messing with this appliance. So make sure that we put the stress release on. In this situation, this one is specifically designed for it. It comes with the power cord that we install. Now, I'm going to show you how to install it and the importance of it. So, as you can tell, these have 2 different size holes. This is the part that the screws are going to thread through. So this is going to be on the back side where we're going to feed the screws through second. I'm going to feed this through right here. And here. As you can tell, that's where we're going to feed. Then, what you want to do is you want to make sure that your wiring the threads feed through appropriately. Take your screwdriver or drill, and then nice and slowly start getting it tightened. And you will run into a little resistance. This one's aluminum based, so it will rethread a little for you. Next, get it nice and snug a little so that way it doesn't pop off accidentally. Grab your next one. So that way it's clamped onto this wire. Now, when it's this tight, you can't pull this through, which is going to help hold these electrical wiring in place so it doesn't tear off this terminal block. This is how you maintain the safety of your appliance as well as yourself upon installation of your electrical wiring. So, as a quick recap, we do have, again, multiple different types of stress releases that can be utilized in different forms of electrical connections. These ones are meant for standard hardwire connections. These ones are meant for holding the electrical wiring of an appliance, whether it be a dryer or a range, into place as it clamps onto the wire and holds it mainly in place. Then, making sure that we maintain proper powering connections, making sure that we ground it out, making sure that the live leads, which are the hots, the ones that produce the electricity, are connected to the right connections, and our neutral, which is 90% of the time in the middle, as long as it's wired correctly, will be good to go in the middle. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate you taking the time of watching our video today. If you enjoyed it, please don't hesitate to like, subscribe, and leave any comments down below.